Hi folks, I'm Steve Hindy with Showing Animals Respect and Kindness. And not just this moment, but we just very recently came back from a long trip to the West Coast where we were dealing with cockfighting and rodeos. One of the things that I wanted to show you today is how we're able to transport, what makes us who we are. And it starts with being able to transport a lot of equipment. And so we're in our Shark Sprinter, which we affectionately refer to as the Barker Mobile, because Bob Barker is the one who made it all possible. This is a Sprinter van. It's a big machine. And people ask us why we go tooling around in this, and it's because this gives Shark the ability to operate on the land, on the water, and in the air. Basically, we're the special operations of animal protection. And that's because you never know what you're going to encounter on the road. You might be going to California to do one thing, and you encounter one or two other things on the way, and you don't know what it's going to take to get the job done. So I'm going to give you a tour of our very special transport vehicle, and so that you can see what it takes to be Shark. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this thing is really dirty because it's just come 2,200 miles from the West Coast. But this is how we are able to transport all of our stuff. And we start really with maybe one of the most important features, which is security cameras on both sides and the front and the back. Because there's a lot of people out there, animal abusers, that don't like what we do. So we've got footage going all the time, all around the vehicle. So if anything happens, we've got a pretty good idea of who might have done it. We've made it so that we're able to work on the road. So we go out and we film something. On the way back, we can be going through what we filmed, and we're starting to line things up right away. Especially if you're talking about a 1 or 2 day drive, maybe 3 days if you're going to the West Coast. You don't want to just be sitting around like an idiot when you can be getting a lot of really important work done. So we're able to work under our seats. We've got lots of storage. The table can be put down and the cushions can be brought across so that people can sleep. So if you're on your way to an operation, your team can be, well rested when you get there. That's really important. Inside, we've got everything from toolboxes to night vision scopes, lots of batteries, dry cell batteries, even blankets, all the things that you can imagine you might need. Up here, we have more storage. Got cameras, we've got hats, we've got long extension cords, just an enormous amount of stuff. Because when you're going out, you may be headed for one issue or two issues, but 3 or 4 might pop up in the course of the trip. We've got a refrigerator and a microwave. That right there can save us a ton of time and money. You're not stopping at restaurants, you're pulling something out of the fridge, you're popping it into the microwave, you end up with a warm meal, but you haven't stopped and you haven't spent restaurant prices. Coming back here, this is where the magic really happens in my mind, because this is what enables you to be a Shark operation. Everything from a collapsible wagon, and we've got a couple of them, collapsible wagon that can carry a lot of equipment to a remote site. Deep cycle batteries, again, to provide power remotely. A charger, or I should say a generator so that you can charge those batteries, you can charge flight batteries, you can provide yourself with lots of power for days if that's what's required. And then, you know, we've got a ladder back here. This is an inflatable boat. It's a small boat, but it's a tough inflatable boat. We've got an electric motor back there. So you can get on a pretty good sized body of water with that thing, unless the wind's really screaming. We have a larger boat, a 25-foot Zodiac, and we've got a couple of hovercraft. So our water capabilities are enormous. And then, of course, we have a lot of stuff that's dedicated to the drone operation, because the drones are invaluable, which is why it's insane. Let me say it again. It's insane that animal protection groups across the country don't have drone operations. That we're virtually the only one, that's crazy. That says something about the movement, and it's not good. So we've got everything from controllers and screens to different kinds of flight cameras. We've got different kinds of drones. We've got large drones, we've got small drones. They carry different kinds of cameras. Everything from, you know, the very small drones that you probably won't even see in the sky, which is kind of the point, to the larger drones that have cameras with far more magnification. We've got a headset, which enables a person to basically see exactly what the drone's seeing, you know, with not on a screen, which is affected by outside light, but like their own little movie theater. And that lets you see detail so much better. And when you're scouting for maybe small objects, things that are maybe half buried or half hidden, seeing that image as clearly as possible is absolutely vital. We have very high quality tripods, because we've got a couple of 800 millimeter Canon lenses that these are really something, and really expensive too, but they can read a license plate easily from a quarter mile away and closer to a third of a mile at times, depending on the plate. Try and carry everything that we could possibly need in a frontline operation to be equipped to operate for certainly many hours in a day, and if need be, for multiple days. This is how you do frontline animal protection. This is how you do, basically the Marines, where it doesn't matter, land, water, the air, you can do it all. What's crazy about this is that we're the only ones that can do it. We're not even a mid-sized group, we're a small group. But we've done things that nobody else in the world can do. And it isn't because it's rocket science. We're all just regular people. We had to train for all of this. And so for the rest of the movement to not have these capabilities is kind of nuts. If we had PETA's resources, we'd easily have a dozen teams like this sprinkled throughout the country. If we had HSUS resources, we'd have dozens of operations like this around the country, so that this group doesn't have to travel 2,200 miles to get to the West Coast to get something done. So this movement has got to start using technology. We've been doing it from the very beginning. We've been doing it for more than a quarter century, using the best technology that we can get our hands on for the animals. Other people are walking around with cardboard signs. Are you kidding me? Groups that have literally hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank are walking around with cardboard signs. Their executives are getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, though. They're living very nicely. People, this is what is fairly easily accessible to us. And an average person like myself and the other people on this team, they can train for this and they can become very, very proficient. And they can do incredible things for animals. Isn't it time? I mean, really, isn't it time? So I just wanted to give you a look at this. I mean, the longer I look at it, the more stuff I'll see. You know, we carry megaphones just in case we're going to do a protest. We don't do many, but and these are they're big, loud megaphones. They'll get that job done. If we have to go backpacking, we've got backpacks. You can be in a summer condition, a summer environment, and go someplace where winter's decided to make a little visit. I've seen that happen. So we carry winter gear all the time. We carry summer gear all the time. rescue nets, all kinds of, extra equipment so that, again, even if a drone gets shot down, this drone right here gets shot down, that drone right there is going up. You want to shoot that one down? That one there is going up. You want to shoot that one down? How about that one? This is a drone. This is actually one of my favorites. Drone. One of my favorites. And there we go. You get this baby up, and the guys that were filming probably aren't even going to know it's up there. It's quiet, it's small, and a few hundred feet up, probably won't even see it. At least not until it's way, way too late. These drones are expensive. This one's not. This one is under $1,000. It's easy to fly. Why doesn't everybody in animal protection who does anything outside related, why don't they have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these? We've got 3. Why is that? So we've been trying to lead by example for a long time, many years. It's not working. It really isn't working. We're the only ones. So I want to get this information out there, and if you are supporting a group that's not doing this, tell them to start doing it. Support us if you can, because I promise you we'll be on the front lines. People, if you want to help animals, you go to where they're being abused. You don't make up fundraisers and do marketing from a comfortable office. You go out where you have to go. What can be done with this equipment in the hands of a dedicated, competent team is almost without bounds. So the animal protection industry, it's not really a movement anymore, it's become pretty much an industry, brings in about $500 million a year in money. Where are the results? It's time. It's past time. The animals pay every day that we don't do what needs to be done. If you want to get in touch with me about this, shindy@sharkonline.org. Email us. If you got a group that wants to make some strides in this direction, we'll help. If you want to support us, anything that you think you can do to help the animals, to help us help the animals, or to help anybody else help the animals, we're here. We're a resource, and we'll do everything we can. Okay? I'm Steve Hindy, showing animals respect and kindness, and let's get it done for the animals.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel to see more of our investigations and learn what you can do to help Shark help animals. To support Shark directly and gain access to exclusive content, consider sponsoring us on Patreon.